Alright people, he lives, he meaning me. I'm back for another video here. I just kind of woke up maybe an hour ago, so I want to do a video outside before it gets dark. So it's actually in the mid to high 40s again, which is very cool. Like all the snow except for, well, you could pretty much just say all the snow melted within the last 3 days, which is absolutely fantastic. It'd be nice if we could have a pansy winter like we had a couple winters ago. I'm counting on it, or hoping for it. So I've been sleeping in way too late. Like today I got up at 2:30 an hour ago, and that's just not cool. But you know, when you enjoy unconsciousness more than anything, it's kind of like there's no motivation to wake up early. I mean, that's what it boils down to. It's not uncommon during the winter months for me to just sleep in way too late and go to bed way too late. So I'm always disappointed in myself when I slack back into that waking up way too late mode, but whatever. I haven't really I don't know if it's been the longest amount of time in between videos since I started this whole channel. I haven't felt like talking, basically. I mean, without looking for a job or having that to bitch about, or having a job to bitch about. There's really been nothing to bitch about until this particular topic came up, which is being the last on everyone's list. I actually got a call. You'll recall if you've watched some of my, if you've been following my videos, you'll recall that I've got this, pretty much the only person I know and ever see, maybe 4 times a year, is this lesbian acquaintance that I met at one of my previous jobs. And I don't know if you can hear me over the plane. Hold on. The only person I really know and see on occasion, like I say, is this lesbian acquaintance I made years ago, maybe 4 years ago at work. And she actually since got her very first girlfriend this year, which of course means I'm seeing her all the less, which is, I don't really mind so much, because it's kind of one of those situations that's just like, you know, she's nice and stuff and everything, but it's just like, you know, she shows up when she says she will and stuff, and so, you know, but whatever. So the whole reason I'm recording this particular topic, which is being on everyone, or being last on everyone's list, is because it's something that's occurred to me. You know, it's been fairly common with me. So the reason I'm doing this video is because it's something that just occurred recently, which of course is, the last time I saw her was that fire we had. She called up and suggested a fire, which was a good idea, and it was very enjoyable. I can't remember when that was, if it was late October something maybe. So like, you know, almost 2 months ago. So then I got a call from her this past week, and she's like, what are you doing Christmas Eve? So long story short, you know, her girlfriend is working Christmas Eve, and usually her kids, she's got 2 kids, usually her kids end up going away to her ex-husband's, like, parents' house and all that kind of stuff, you know. So what ends up happening on only on holidays that she can't find anyone else to do anything with, she'll call me. Like if it boils down to her being alone, she'll call me. And I don't know, I haven't had her call me for like the last on the list situation for like a while, like maybe 2 years or more. She did it like 2 or 3, maybe 3 years ago on Thanksgiving. It was the same situation where the kids were with the dad's parents and all this kind of stuff, and she was either going to just spend Thanksgiving alone, or I don't know, it, you know, I was just going to say, I don't know how, you know, it makes me feel. I guess I do know how it makes me feel. It doesn't make me feel particularly great to be the last on everyone's list. And this has been something that's been ever since I was in high school, you know. And when I was younger, it was kind of like my mindset was, well, you know, very much like I still feel now. You have this tendency to be like, okay, so I'm the last on your list, so it kind of makes you upset, or makes me, you know, kind of. But I don't know how to describe it, but it bums me out. It makes me, I resent it, being the last on everyone's list. And when someone comes to you with the last, you know, request, I'm gonna, you know, you want to do something, otherwise I'll just be alone. It kind of makes you like, well, fuck it, be alone then. That's what I want to say to her, kind of, in this situation. But what you know went on, you know, years ago when I was younger, in my 20s and stuff, which was like, oh shit, well, it's stupid to turn down the opportunity to do something. So it's like this, which it isn't really like that anymore now, because like I say, I mean, I don't really get that big of a thrill out of hanging around with her anyway. But I guess there's really nothing else to really talk about. It just, I resent, long story short, I mean, I resent, you know, being basically in this situation. I mean, it's fairly obvious, you know, the last on her list, you know. And I don't know, I imagine she knows other people as well, and oftentimes what ends up happening during the holidays is, you know, everyone will go off to their families or significant others and shit, you know. So, you know, she's gonna see her girlfriend Christmas Day or something like that or whatever. But I haven't had to deal with this in a couple of years, and having it come back is just, I'm checking the time. It's just kind of a bummer, and I'm really, because I'm so just like dead inside, I really don't care all that much. The sounds of civilization. So in closing, that's that. What do you guys think? I mean, have you experienced the same phenomenon of being the last on everyone's list, and how does it make you feel? Obviously it makes me feel, it bums me out. It makes me resentful, and it makes me want to just say, well, go have fun by yourself. Oh, another thing she said is she complained, which I thought was really pathetic. Here she's coming to me, you know, to see if I want to grace her presence on Christmas Eve, because she doesn't have anyone else. Everyone else that's more important to her is busy. And she cited like Thanksgiving, which was 2 or 3 years ago. Maybe it was even as long as 3 years ago is probably. Where it's like she's trying to think of what, she invited me over, and she was trying to think of what to make to eat, you know, because she says, because she's one of these, like I'd said before, she's one of these, you know, people who's got to do things on Christmas. Just, it's a holiday, so we got to do something, you know, kind of people, where I'm not like that. She's like, well, what should I make to eat? And she's like, well, when I made turkey, you just smothered it in ketchup, so no point to make that. And I'm just like, and it was like, I never heard anything about that until just then. I'm like, 3 years later, it's like, what? Like, I put ketchup on everything, you know? You're gonna take this, you're gonna take it personally? It's like, are you kidding? So there's no point in going through all the trouble to make turkey if you're not even gonna taste it. And it's just like, you're calling me. You called me then, you're calling me now, and then you're gonna, you know, I resentfully come over, and then 3 years later I'm gonna hear shit about how I, God forbid, put ketchup on something. It's like, you know, just give cash in my chips, man. I mean, this is my whole attitude about people. This is why I don't see them, and it makes life so much easier. So I don't know where I am on time, because like I say, I had to do 2 separate videos, so I might as well wrap it up. But feel free to leave a comment what you think. In your opinion, do you think I'm, you know, in the right for being resentful of that, or have you experienced this same thing yourself? And how have you dealt with it? Have you just kind of reluctantly gone through with it and gone there? I don't know if I don't really care at this point, so I might just go just because, because I don't really care. I don't know. It's just a really shitty situation, so it's just like, I better make sure I don't put ketchup on anything. I'll tell you that much. People are such sons of bitches. So feel free to share your comments and your experiences with this same thing of being last on people's list. It doesn't have to be on everyone, but if you've experienced it with just one or a couple people, where you felt like, gosh, they only contact me if, some of their other people can't do anything. And like I say, for me, it's been something that I've put up with or dealt with since I was in high school, And obviously, the further I get into life, the less I really care about it, the less I care about people or interacting with them in general. So thank you very much for watching me on this glorious, yet again, mid or high 40-degree day on December whatever it is, 14th, 2014. And as always, I'll catch you on the next very positive and happy video.